What's up, peeps, and welcome back to my channel. I'm back finally after a little break. There's a lot been going on. I've had some health problems. We'll talk about that on another video, but for now, welcome back. And I'm back with the video about interviews. I've actually just got a simple strategy for getting that job. And sorry, I'll just move my fly killer out of the way. What was I saying? How do we go to an interview and make sure we get the job? First question to ask yourself is, do you really want the job? Do you want to work for that company? And this is where I come to the first most important point, which kind of makes up the whole of this video, and that is, why do you want to work for us? They're going to ask you that question, no doubt. And it's not like you need to be like, what are they going to ask me? Are they going to ask me, why do I want to work here? Duh, do you want to work there? Why do you want to work there? That's the question you should be asking yourself first. So that one's easy. How will you answer that question? Well, this is, how do I explain this? A job interview is basically them looking for somebody who's going to be good for their business. You know, that's going to depend on what the work is and whatever, how you fill that category, how you fill that space or that position. How do you fill that position? The answers are not necessarily experience and what's on your resume. The answers are who you are as a person. If you get to the point where you've got a date for an interview, they're already happy with your resume. You know, you're the person that they want to meet because your CV or your resume sounded good. Why did it sound good? It's all about you. The point of going to an interview is you need to sell yourself to the person who's interviewing you. So you need to sell yourself to the person who's interviewing you. And how do we do that? Well, we basically talk about how fabulous we are. Don't do that. Not really, but essentially that's what you're doing. You're talking about how you're going to be good for their company. How do you think you're going to be good for their company? At the end of the day, you have to want to work there. And that is basically the magic ingredient to getting the job. If you want to work there, like you really want to work there, that's the choice of job that you've gone for. You've gone to the effort of applying for it, and you've gone to the effort of turning up on time or at least a little bit early. Reliability, the first thing about reliability is punctuality, being on time. If you go on a date, for example, and you're not on time, or he's not on time, or she's not on time, what do you think instantly? This person ain't interested. By the way, if anybody does that to you, scrap them straight away. Yeah, that's kind of basically applies, that rule applies to your interview. If you're late, you didn't really want to be there enough. Plan your travel there and leave early, and make sure that you're going to get there. Even if you get there half an hour early, just go in and get a coffee somewhere, or bring a flask with you and have a coffee just outside before you go in. That kind of helps you settle your nerves as well. It's another thing about interviews. You need to be yourself. We're not talking about, you know, you're right, bro, how's things? You ain't going there for making friends with anybody. You're going there to get this job. Leave the slang on the street. Be yourself, but be your best self. That's my first bit of advice. Let's go back to the question of why do you want to work here? Can't say to them, I need the money. It's a bit like going on a date and saying you need the... Let's try and keep this kid friendly, even though no kid's going to be watching a video about going on an interview. Okay, we're all adults here. Right, so, why do you want this job? This interlinks with another question. Why do you want to work for us? So they might ask you, why do you want this job? Or why do you want to work for us in specific, or in particular, specifically, whatever. So why do you want to work there? For example, when I got the job at IKEA, I wanted to work there because I love IKEA. I love their products, I love their ethics. I could go on forever. So because it was a company that I liked for, you know, I was a personal customer of, and it was easy for me to promote the reason why I wanted to work at IKEA. I really wanted to work there. You know, into work there is you actually believe in this company, you like what they do, you like the way they do it. So think about that for a second. The job you've applied for, it caught your interest because 9 times out of 10 you have the experience to do it, or it's something you want to learn how to do, or you just need the money. But okay, leave that bit out, because whatever way we go, we need the money, but we don't need to tell anybody that, you know? Keep your finances to yourself. Once you tell them the reason you want to work there, and it's a genuine reason, and if you don't have a genuine reason, you don't even know anything about the company, and you're going to that interview, that's where you're making a mistake. You're not going to get that job because you're not looking into what they do, how they do it, and how you think you're going to fit in. Basically, if you was a boss, you'd need people that are going to make you feel like your business is ticking over, there isn't going to be too many problems, and no problems associated to that person's personality, lack of experience, or whatever. If you don't have the experience for the job, what is the next best thing? You're ready and eager to learn. That sounds a bit cliche, it sounds a bit cheesy, it sounds like the kind of advice that people always give you, but you have to be willing to learn because you want to keep this job, because you need that money coming in, and once you've gone to the hassle of getting the job, what do you want to do? You want to make sure you stay there. How are you going to convince these people that even though you don't have the experience necessarily, or maybe not the exact experience these people are after, or maybe you need to display the fact that you're a good listener and you're good at communicating. That's the next thing on here. So you go to an interview, there's no use sitting there just, you know, being shy about it. Yes, we're all a little bit shy, even I am. People don't believe. Everybody's got that. Everybody gets that, especially when they're under pressure. So this is the bit where being relaxed helps, turning up early helps, having a coffee before you go in, or maybe whatever relaxes you, not a joint, and not red wine either. We've done turning up on time. We need to be presentable. Everybody tells you about that. Don't rock up in your tracksuit bottoms unless that company is employing people, like maybe it's a trampoline place. This is what you need to do as well. Check on their website, what is their dress code. For example, if you're a physical trainer, you're not going to turn up in heels. You know, if you're a guy, you're probably not going to turn up in a suit. It'll probably be quite acceptable to turn up in a sweater and jeans, or, you know, maybe black jeans instead of blue, kind of toning it down so it's not too casual, so you look like you've made an effort. That's all you need to do. You've got to make an effort, make sure you smell good, make sure you look your best, and that way you'll also feel confident. I don't have any makeup on today. Most of the time I don't have makeup on, so that's not really important. We're not talking about makeup. You don't even need makeup for an interview. I don't think they care if you've got foundation on or what colour your lip is and all that stuff. Just turn up clean. If you look clean, your hair looks nice, you know, not even nice, just out of the way and, you know, tidy, so they can actually see your face. If you've got a long fringe and it's kind of down here and they can't make eye contact with you, that's not going to be any good. They're going to be like, right, this person's going to be like this with customers, no good for us. Next, please. What's the next thing on the agenda? Let's have a think. Being organised, you know, come in with your notes. If you're forgetful or you might get too nervous and you won't be able to answer questions, just say, I've just taken a few notes, like I brought a few notes in with me because I really do want to get this job. I get nervous or I'm a little bit shy. It takes me time to get used to people or whatever. Then you just whack your notes out and you can even read from them, as long as it's not like, I want this job because I think I would be good for this company. Don't read it. So, for example, you know, the company ethics, you like the way they, you know, serve you when you come in, or, you know, you've been a fan of whatever, the gym for 10 years and, you know, you basically want to live in a gym, you know. Okay, maybe not that powerful. That might be a bit weird. So, proving to them why you want the job and how you'd be good for them. I mean, you was on time for your interview, you're well presented, you smell good, not too much perfume either, guys, just a little spray is enough. Like, don't overpower the office or the room, point they're having an asthma attack, you know. Keep it mellow. Basically, that's it. That's all you got to do. You got to sell yourself to these people. What sort of person would you be looking for? They'd have to be reliable. They'd have to be good with other people. You don't want someone with a, aggressive nature who comes in and they're just like, so you can't be running around when you come in wet and blah blah blah. Take an umbrella if it's raining. Wear a coat with a hood. Prepare, relax, be yourself, your best self. Investigate the company like you're some private detective at it. Once you know what the company does, that's all you need to know. You don't need to be best friends with the person. You don't need to be overly friendly. Try and keep eye contact as much as you can, the way I'm looking in the camera right now, but don't kind of stare, but look attentive. When they're talking to you, listen to what they're saying, like actually listen, because then you might get stuck and not be able to answer a question. If you do get stuck and can't answer a question, not because you wasn't listening, but because you're not very quick with answers, you can always say, sorry, I just need a couple of seconds to process that information. Whatever, just be yourself. They really will appreciate that you're being yourself, just as you will appreciate that they're being themselves. And maybe you might even click and get on really well, and you'll be the person to stand out from the rest of the people that are coming in for the interview. And that is basically how you get the job. Getting rich in life, I think I did 3 videos on that one, 3 or 4 videos. On those videos I talk about how getting experience and gaining confidence and all that stuff helps you get rich in life. And basically what you need to display at an interview is that you are rich in life. This company needs you more than you need them. You could go into another company and give them your best self and help that company grow, because at the end of the day, this is what companies want. They want to grow, they want to tick over nicely, smooth. You're going to be the right person for them if you're being yourself, and apply for the job that you are right for, rather than pretending to be right for the job, if that makes sense. I know jobs could be few and far between. You might not have the experience that you need for the job that you actually want, but we all get there someday. Don't give up. Go to as many interviews as you need to, and at the end of the day, remember that you're actually interviewing them as well, because you need to know that you are happy to work there. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully that helped. Subscribe if you haven't. I'll see you on the next video. I love you all and I miss you. Take care of yourselves. Peace out.